আমি ছেড়ে যেতে পারবো।
So using like a Wireshark in a notebook. So switching to that, like now typing the Wireshark. Now you can see the like interface is same. But this time you can see the IP address 192.168.06. That is coming from my Wi-Fi. Previously, K series we have NAT network. Now Wi-Fi network 192. Most of the Wi-Fi networks are your home are like this, your office are like this, in your office. So they have like a 192.168. Either 192.168.0 series or 1 series. So anyway, let me start the actually. Is it capturing all the traffic? No. It is capturing only traffic from the my main. You can see the traffic from the my main system. 192.168.0.1. 99 is an again system. Traffic is a UDP protocol. I'm in a Google Meet right now. That Google Meet related traffic. Already told in the last class. Google Meet use UDP. Okay. So that UDP traffic is a purely like a so my Google Meet related traffic. Okay. Anyway, like so, I want like so try to capture the like a live users traffic in this network. I can see the conversations, like you can see the like users who are exchanging more. I start information. Now see this my computer to this IP address 1980. What is this IP address? 0.33. I have a projector in office. It is a live stream. So that live streaming, so my IP address is reading to this IP address. Projector. Next finish passing to the projector. So that traffic you can see more. And after that, my IP address is like a so communicating with the Google Meet. The traffic is about 20 MB. Just usage you can see like the status. Anyway, let's figure out like a so who are in a high Wi-Fi 192.168.0.1 gateway router. Now 33 projector another IP address 34, 35. So I can see the users who are in this network. I can see the users, but I can't be able to see their complete traffic. So all of you please open who are connected to the HT5 in my Wi-Fi network right now. Open your Windows command prompt type IP config space /r. So IP config /r. So IP config space /r. Now you will get the wireless LAN adapter Wi-Fi settings. Last one, okay. Wireless LAN adapter Wi-Fi. IP address you can see there. Okay, so check that your IP address. Now you have a 34. Now is a like you have it. Okay, I will take like any one person IP address as a manager. Now we have a 112. Okay, let me take 34. Okay, your IP address. So I want to like monitor the live Wi-Fi user traffic in my Wi-Fi network right now. So what I need to do? So is it like directly allow me to see the all activities happening? So I'm choosing like a 34 as a command. So let me filter based upon the IP address, IP area, double equal to have a double equal. equal to 0. Now I'm trying to enter the like IP address 192.168.0.32. You can see that like I'm using the one filter, IP address based filter. What I can see, nothing. So can you open your browser, visit demo.specify.me? So that guy is like visiting his browser currently. So this website, demo.specify.me. Log in with the username and password. So is a my Wi-Fi user is trying to communicate with the demo.specify.me. He visited that website. Is browsing that website, but I'm not getting that because this Wi-Fi network is using switch-based approach. Now latest all Wi-Fi routers contain switch-based module only, not hub-based approach. So what is the difference in a hub to switch? When you use a hub, it is a broadcasting the data. We don't have a privacy. And then this is passively they monitor the network. But when you use a switch, it's a like clearly follow the logic for the data transfer. Means it don't directly send the data to the everyone. You don't broadcast. It is a like a unique cast. Unique cast. It means only one person to the another person. Previously broadcast. It means it will send to the everyone. Now switch is unique casting. Point to point it will deliver the data. It means like for example you have a 4-port switch. 4 ports. How many users connected? Like so, 3 users, legit users connected, one malicious user, hacker is connected. Now 4 users connected. System A, system B, system C, system D. 4 systems connected. Now A want to send the data to the B. A to B only will send the data, not to the C or D. You don't send. How it will recognize? Okay, there is a B is a destination, not the other machines. Switch has a one logical table. We can call that one as a CAM table, content addressable memory table. Content addressable memory table, CAM table. So we have a like a table. So in that table, like it will record like this. CAM table. Now switch has a like a 4-port switch has a 4 users. Now computer A, computer B, computer C, computer D connected on port number 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in a CAM table, content addressable memory table. This table has a logic. It will store the information, like which MAC address connected to the which port. MAC address is required. CAM table required MAC address of the every PC connected to the network. Now computer A is connected at port number 1, wired connection or virtual LAN connection. It is going to be identify the which machine is connected on that port and it will get that machine MAC address stored in their CAM table. Now computers are clearly detected by based upon their MAC address. MAC address is a unique address or not? Permanent address. MAC address is a permanent address, unique address. Automatically. IP address can change. Now you can get the one IP address in my office space. If you connect to your hospital or your home network, you get the different IP address. Not the same IP address every day. But every day have a same MAC address. MAC address is a permanent address, so that is a came with the manufacturer. So whenever that laptop is manufactured, so they use like a hardware related to the network interface card, NIC, network interface card, hardware. That network interface card only allow us to communicate with the network. That network interface card will come with a one unique address. Just like how you have your mobile phone IMEI number for the SIM slot. Exactly. Unique. We can't change the IMEI number in a phone. We can't like a so change the MAC address in a phone. Permanent change is not possible, but temporary spoofing is possible. Temporary MAC address spoofing you can do. అర్థమైతుందా? We have hackers like if they want to monitor everything, is it possible right now? No, because it is going to understand that. Like, for example, now two users we have in a Python. 192.168.0.34 computer want to send the data to the 192.168.0.1 gateway. It means now whatever this guy is browsing, it is like in between him like this. For example, now his IP address is 192.168.0.34 is the source. Is sending a data to the 192.168.0.1 gateway. Is sending whatever is doing in a network, everything is like in between him and gateway only exchange is going to happen. Okay. Now source and destination is communicating properly. But how they are communicating in a switch-based network, Wi-Fi network? This is the IP address. This IP address is translated into the MAC address. Who held that? ARP. Hope that you remember. In yesterday class I told you. ARP is asking who has 192.168.0.1. Now 0.1 MAC address it will give that MAC address to the 192.168.0.34. Now 34 will identify the destination computer MAC address. Switch will send the data to the only destination computer which is associated with that MAC address. అర్థమైందా? So at this source 192.168.0.34 is a source who is sending a data to the 192.168.0.1. But source need a MAC address of the destination. Source is using ARP broadcasting mechanism. It is asking who has 192.168.0.1. It is getting the entry. It is getting a MAC address of the destination IP address. Now switch is using that MAC address to identify the user. Okay, now user is connected to the port number 1. This destination IP address is connected to the port number 3. Then data should transfer between port number 1 to port number 3 only. Port to port connectivity we have. Now hacker who is in a port 4, do you think that guy will get the data? So if we can't be able to apply the method what we learned in the last class. Wi-Fi based networks, switch based networks don't allow us to monitor the electrical structure. But how company can monitor? Companies are like a monitoring through the one special port in a switch device. Now latest all switches are coming with a one special port, span port. One port they are intentionally giving to monitor. Now others don't monitor the network. Who will monitor? Admin can connect to his machine or his server machine to the span port, which has a capacity to monitor all ports traffic legally for company usage purpose. Now hacker can't able to monitor the all users traffic. So if we have a switch-based network, you can't able to monitor the all users traffic, but you can monitor the a specific user traffic in between two users. You can place yourself as a mediator. You can place yourself as a mediator. You can do the man in the middle attack. Now hacker is placing himself as a mediator. Now this 192.168.0.34 user is sending a data to the 192.168.0.1. But before reaching that guy, hacker can monitor that. Hacker can steal the data. With the help of the process name is called man in the middle attack. Now if I want to monitor him, I need to do the man in the middle attack. So Suresh and Srinivas, they want to exchange the files. Suresh is directly sending to the Srinivas. That's a good idea. There is no privacy loss. But now Suresh when he is sending to the Srinivas, in between that Ramesh is captured. The last privacy. It is passing through the Ramesh. How Ramesh can do that? He is using a false climbing process. Suresh don't know the Srinivas. He is using a ARP kind of mechanism. What is like? Who is Srinivas in this group? ARP also asking same way, right? Who has 192.168.0.1. Now who are responding to that? Actual system is responding. Who has that IP address? Same way actual Srinivas is responding. Then source will understand, okay, this guy is a Srinivas. It will deliver to the only Srinivas. But now this moment, one wrong thing we can do, one bad thing we can do. It is asking who is the Srinivas. Now my Srinivas is sleeping right now. Ramesh can claim himself as a Srinivas. Got my point? Before Srinivas reaction, Ramesh is a claimed himself as a Srinivas. Source never meet Ramesh. Source never know who is Ramesh, who is a Srinivas. That's my point. Our source computer never know who has a 192.168.0.1 IP address. Whatever reply it will get MAC address, it will consider that MAC address as a legit destination. That's it. Because unknown. There is no identity for that. Now, when our computer A, this 34 IP addresses try to know the MAC address of 0.1, that time hacker is going to be raise his hand and is going to be share his MAC address with the source, not the gateway. Now 192.168.1 is not giving MAC address as a destination. Who is sharing? Whose MAC address is shared to the source? Attacker MAC address is shared to the source. We are playing with the ARP behavior. ARP is broadcasting. Simply we are giving a reply to the ARP. So we are using one technique that is called ARP poisoning. ARP poisoning. So you are using like ARP poisoning technique. It means you can play with the ARP behavior. So you can just use the ARP poisoning technique. So ARP poisoning technique you can use to play with this. So our computer is normally trying to use. Okay, let me try to do the ARP poisoning.
Sir, both respond at a time.
Both never respond because we are like confusing the in Srinivasa like this. I'm not a Srinivasa. Source never know who is the actual Srinivasa. This is a network. So networking here. Okay, so network traffic here. In a web security, we use a list of offshore. Offshore. That is also doing a manual. So this is not doing a manual. Now hacker is trying to replace himself as a mediator between source and destination. Client is called EIP address name with clients and MAC address. So what is going to be exactly happening in this case? Now I'm not getting this from. I need to first like apply myself as a destination. And whatever data I receive, I need to again forward to the destination. నేను తీసేసుకొని వదిలేసినాను అనుకో డౌట్ వస్తుంది కదా I should capture that, I should monitor, and I should extract whatever I want. Then I need to forward to the destination ID. So for that purpose, we have to do the forwarding. So we are going to be using like a technique name is for so forwarding, IP address forwarding. So first we have to launch our terminal for doing this manual attack. So keep that Wireshark in a monitoring mode. Now so switch to the root mode sudo space su. Now write the command. This is the command allow me to forward true. IP forwarding is true. One means true. You are updating the configuration. Only one time you have to do this. Enough. Now then run the tool name is called enter. There is a tool name is called enter. Graphical user interface available. That's why we are launching iPhone G graphical user interface. So Ethercap is like a manual mail attack too. So with the help of this, you can do the manual. Now it's a GUI is loaded. You can simply accept. Now we have like a scanner. Scan for host. It will scan your network and identify all the line. Now in my Wi-Fi network, how many users I have? I can see all the lines. Now who is our victim? So you have to choose the 34 as a source. Add to the target. Now source is a like a target. Destination is target. Gateway. Gateway is a destination. Now source is added to the target one. Destination is added to the target. Now still is browsing. I am not able to get anything. Once I start the attack, what is the attack name is called? Yeah. So like every computer has a ERP table. That table is going to be managed. This computer already has a ERP cache. In that cache, it has a original MAC address of the gateway. But now it is going to be replaced with a my MAC address, not gateway MAC address. Okay, do you want to check that? Open your Windows command prompt, type ERP space A. ERP space hyphen A. Sorry. Now అందులో ఒకసారి MAC address చూస్తూ 192.168.0.1 MAC address చూస్తూ. That's the original MAC address. But now after doing attack from my computer in your system, ERP table is going to be manipulated by my tool is going to be climb the my IP, my MAC address as a your gateway MAC address, and it will manipulate your ERP table. Now see the manipulated ERP table. Now I am trying to do the ERP version. If I am okay, snip the remote network. Now I am getting this traffic also. Please check that. Type ERP space hyphen A. You can see that now MAC address is replaced with the my MAC address. Now I am getting your activities also. Till now I didn't get the any of these activities. Now I can see that this is a MAC address. So previous one is a original MAC address. Now see this is the MAC address. So your system like is in a confusion state. It is a like a replaced. Okay, so I claimed myself as a gateway. So that's why whatever you are browsing in your computer. Now visit that remote.justify.com. Now so is browsing demo.justify.com. That traffic also we can see in that because in manual attack is already easy to capture everything. So whatever is browsing everything we can see that. So all the requests are initiated from his computer, you can see. Sometimes what happens like so when you try to like forward the traffic, sometimes like so if they have any defensive tool like a EDR kind of tools in their computer may not allow you to do this kind of data capture. They will realize that this MAC address is true. That changes is happening and it won't allow them to browse it. So you can't able to get the correct. Okay. So this kind of scenario is possible. So now let me try. It's trying to send the request to the Google pin, google.com. So most of the time, like so, we can just like observe the like behavior. So what is happening in this computer? Okay. You can see the packets all the packets passing to this computer. So in that traffic, like and DNS. I'm trying to figure the DNS traffic belongs to this computer. So what are the like domain names translated in this computer? So man and mirror tab can help you to monitor the traffic properly. So just you need to like bar. Now see this from his computer like those many domains are including demo.specify.net. So this is the reason. So demo.specify.net. So he's using ChatGPT, so we can see the ChatGPT. Okay. ChatGPT. What is computer is trying to do? I use like a is sending a big request to the Google, so Google DNS. So big browser, like a big like a Teams app is running in this computer. All the activities. So you can just like a filter the like a traffic from its computer like a based upon traffic is browsing the traffic you can select HTTP you can capture based upon the user use. Okay, let me try like again one more time. I'm trying to restart my website. Okay, let me stop the attack and the attack and starting. So now check like ARP space either here. You got the original MAC address of the router. How you can see the data. Then start check that you will see the ARP. That is. So it is going to be discovering your original AirTel MAC address. Then you put the number. So climbing process. Now I can't see any traffic. You are browsing internet, but I am not doing because again we are in normal mode. So as a hacker, like you have to use a letter gap to do the management. So you have to use a simple technique. So you have to like forward the IP address traffic and you have to lose the data gap. Now you have to accept and you have to scan the network. Scan again. Again, so let me target that 40. I'm taking any traffic. Okay, now let me see. Now we are not getting anything except that basic. So now if I choose this IP address as a like a source, okay, until we are at destination. Now we are like and we are voicing that. Now I can see the output, so whatever is browsing. So all these internal activities, planning activities, that computer, planning computer, what it is doing, how it is communicating. You can see. So if the computer is communicating in the media. So you can just like see the like all the domain names like add plus is using add plus. So you have to browser. So we consider DNS related like so DNS queries can help us to understand like what kind of websites. So complete activities we can monitor, so we can just figure out. So in case if you use any insecure protocols, any email client or HTTPR, FTPR, Telnet, like that, if you try to communicate with the insecure protocols, that insecure protocol traffic we can use, and it will just really action. So you can just set the DNS queries. So Amazon RTB is we have like a DNS queries, we can just let them understand Facebook policy related. So Truecaller is working. Personalizer.com. ATM is ATM APIs. So we can just like a look into that things. Okay, so if there is a insecure protocol usage, that insecure protocol can help you to extract sensitive information required. So whatever he is visiting his computer, whatever is browsing, we can get it. But you should, if you are lucky, you can figure out that guy using insecure protocol. See, he is using HTTPS website. When he is browsing HTTPS website, you can get the traffic, but it's encrypted. You can't do it. So you should like a figure out is there any insecure protocol usage, and you can get that. So if you visit any insecure website that credentials you can directly get in a even in the campus. When you visit HTTP for the demo dot data. This is what so forwarding is possible. So sometimes we have a problem. So if they have any any internal firewall or something, then they trigger this attack and now protect the user. But process is like this. Now I stop. Okay, so I can't able to capture it. So, so you have to spend some time to work on this. So this is about like a manual attack. Organization notes. So please check that. Like even so go through that and do the manual attack. Understand. So first of all, like choose your limit. Now identify your user in a network and choose the guy IP address. That guy IP address as a source IP address. Target one. Destination is always key. Start this with work on this.